Hello everybody, this is Crispy and welcome to a game that I'm just about to be casting now between two very strong Protoss players in my opinion, WhiteRa or WhiteRa, depending on whatever you feel like calling him. He has been WhiteRa for some time but changed his name to WhiteRa now as that is the name of his sponsor, so good on him. He's getting some money for playing StarCraft 2 because he's actually not in a clan, but yeah, he does get money for playing for that sponsor there, Duckload, and his opponent is going to be AcE. AcE is a very strong Protoss player. I've been watching a lot of games lately, and it's actually been recommended that I cast some games played by AcE and some games played by Duckload or WhiteRa, and I just happened to find a 1v1 between AcE and WhiteRa, so that's quite good for me, so I can just kill two birds with one stone there. Now, if anybody doesn't know, this is going to be played on the old shakuras plateau, as we can see here by this, these destructible rocks. They are no longer in the world. Mouse just skits now right there, because I got a new mouse pad. Yeah, so these destructible rocks are not on the new shakuras plateau. But yeah, as we can see, this is the old shakuras plateau. You've got your ramp right down here. You've got a pretty big main right here. You can hide a lot of tech structures in here. Your natural is pretty safe to expand to right here. You've just got this reasonably wider choke down at your natural, so both players can take that relatively easily. Zerg usually does a lot of fast expands on shakuras plateau because it's just pretty easy to defend your natural right here as there's a ramp. And in PvP, I'm not sure about other matchups, but definitely in PvP, 2-gate proxies, which we are obviously not seeing now. This map is designed for 2-gate proxies. Look at this right here. You can put your proxies right here. So if AcE spawns here, he notices Duckload is going to be spawning on either this location or this location down here, because you can't spawn on the same side of the map, like left or right. You have to be spawning on opposite sides of the map, sometimes diagonally like that, sometimes top and bottom, no, top and top on left and right like that, so you cannot both spawn on the left or the right. So if AcE gets a whatchamacalled to double proxy gate right here, then he can just scout out, like send out his first pro build, double proxy gate right here, scout out his opponent, and can just send his zealots wherever he wants, and it will take his opponent, if he is unfortunate enough to scout in the wrong direction first off, a little bit longer to get to AcE's base. And oh my god, my mouse is I'm hating my mouse. I had to get a new mouse pad to put on my desk because my dad got hell pissed off because my desk is made of wood and I practically burnt a hole through my desk playing StarCraft. So I had to get a new mouse pad, and yeah, it's so bad to play on because you'll try to be like boxing everything really fast, and your mouse will just be like, well, whoop, down like the other end of the, oh, like that. Oh my god, how are you supposed to play with that? My mouse is everywhere all at once and you just can't do it. It is so irritating. So as I was saying, Duckload most likely not going for the 4 warp gate at this exact point in time, as he's not chronoing. Oh, he is chronoing out his warp gate tech. He does. What does he have in the field right now? He's probably got. They've only got 1 stalker, so neither of them will probably be going for the 4 warp gate. As for the 4 warp gate, you get 1 zealot out about 5 or so seconds after your first gateway starts, so you can get that zealot out just as the cyber finishes, and you can start building your stalker immediately and send out your probe and start building a proxy pylon. So yeah, that's good stuff there. Neither player's going for a 4 warp gate. The 4 warp gate is a bit unoriginal, let's be honest, but I do like players trying to experiment with different builds that can counter the 4 warp gate, or just, yeah, something to prevent the 4 warp gate from happening. So we can see AcE going for the 1 gate robo, most likely into another gate or 2. Yeah, there we have another gate going down. I might be putting down another gate unless he wants to expand relatively quickly. And WhiteRa playing it a little bit safer with the 2-gate robo, as it does take you a little bit longer. See, the robo takes like 65 seconds to build, that takes 65, so that's exactly the same. So I look like a bit of an idiot right there because I don't actually memorize the building build times, which I probably should, but oh well. Because yeah, just playing it a little bit safe, because as we can see, WhiteRa now, or Duckload, sorry, now has 3 stalkers out, where AcE only has 2 stalkers. So AcE opting to get that faster, oh, and a sentry. Opting to get that faster robo facility has slightly slowed down his army size, but not too much. Now I'm just getting a bit of lag right now, sorry, but I reckon it should be fine when I upload this to YouTube, because everything gets hell crazy in the cast, but then it's fine when it all gets uploaded to YouTube. So if we just take, this is something that I do a lot in game, in case anybody's just wondering You circle your probes in between all your arbitrary APM spamming, or actually building important things if you like to build important things in the game, which is probably good. And once you get to like a few more probes, then this is good. And if you throw down your expansion about now, start building a couple more probes so you're oversaturated. I like to get way oversaturated at my main, which probably isn't so great, but I do like to get way oversaturated, so I can just transfer just a ton of probes down to my natural, which is always good fun, just having your natural instantly saturated. And that's a bit funny, these observers just darting around here seeing each other, and WhiteRa's like, no, I see you, mate, I see you. And AcE is like, he sees me. Just going to try running around the back of the base to see if there are any text structures or any kind of ideas on what WhiteRa will be doing in this game. And he's just sending this probe over here so he can scout out for an expansion. In a couple of minutes he'll probably getting a proxy pylon maybe. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Probably just going to be warping in a couple of units to annoy the expansion if AcE decides to go for an expansion anytime soon. Just taking another look at the probes. Yep. Taking a look at, yeah, we do roughly 30 probes is where you want to be at this point in the game. So both players going for relatively the same build. They did take a little bit of different paths to get there. Like AcE started off with the 1-gate robo. WhiteRa started off with the 2-gate robo, and as we can see, that will be delaying his Colossus quite a fair bit. AcE getting the extended thermal lance up. Now it's about halfway done. WhiteRa just starting his. AcE's first Colossus is already done, and his second one is about 1/4 done, whereas WhiteRa, sorry, I have to get out of that, is just about half done. So, and AcE taking a ninja expansion over here. I just noticed that, setting up a pylon right here, which you always want to be doing when you take an expansion, because if like one zealot comes down here and starts attacking this, you have to run a zealot all the way from here, or like a bunch of stalkers or something, all the way from there to go kill this, where you could just warp in like 2 stalkers right here to take care of it, which is a lot easier. So yeah, AcE just going to be getting his expansion up just now. I wouldn't say it's late. In PvP, you don't want to be getting your expansions too early, just because of the risk of 4 gates, or alrighty, we're going to be mining from a couple of different mineral patches there, or like DT rushes have actually become fairly popular amongst the laddering right about now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting DT rush just a little bit. 4 gates are very much more popular than DT rushes, but DT rushes are quite common-ish. So yeah, just putting that out there. You don't want to be getting your expansions way too quick. Now WhiteRa is going to be oh man, that mouse is skitzing out again. It's going to be seeing that AcE could probably be pushing out right now. Just going to be checking these watchtowers. Doesn't want WhiteRa to be having too much vision of the map, because the less vision of the map your opponent has, the more he's shitting his pants, because he doesn't know what's going on. So, where are we? AcE should have his 3rd Colossus out right about now. This zealot's going to be darting in the base just to see what's cracking. That's always good. Oh, that's really what that proxy pylon was for, to warp in a zealot right there. See what's happening down in the natural. And as we can see, this is very good by AcE. He hasn't transferred very many probes at all. So, WhiteRa will be saying, okay, he hasn't transferred many probes. I haven't seen an expansion here. No, I haven't. Oh my god, that is annoying with the mouse. Haven't seen an expansion there. He probably does not have an expansion, because he does not know that this is down here, unfortunately for him. But there will be an expansion. Oh, that is going to get really annoying real fast. And my dad actually stuck the mouse pad down on the desk, and I've just been wearing away at it so fast. Ugh. So yeah, I can't just take it off and play without it, which is a bit infuriating, but hey, what can you do? Just taking a look at the army count now, WhiteRa is quite a bit ahead, but he is lacking in 1 Colossus, which in the PvP late game just becomes War of the Worlds, where the Colossus are just shooting everything with their massive laser beams, and it's pretty much, yeah, just a War of the Worlds battle where you just want to have the most Colossus. Like, Colossus charge lot is a very what is the word, very effective combination to have in units, because I don't actually know why, but I find it works very well. So yeah, just saying that, I find it works very well. But if we look at Duckload's placement of his units right now, this is absolute ownage placement. If AcE were to just run in here with this army, this small army of the same amount of Colossus, just run in here, he would get surrounded. Look at this entire concave. That is beautiful. All these units would just, I'm making like actions with my hands right now, but you can't see. All these units would just be running in all at the same time, like to just surround ACE's entire ball, which isn't really too much of anything right now. Now we can see a couple more zealots coming up in the base of AcE here. So, well, that was way too much stuttering. And AcE is going to be throwing down a couple of gateways right now. These couple of zealots are going to try to be disrupting the mining of all this crap right about now. Now AcE should probably be realizing that there's a proxy pylon right there. It's just like, how are these zealots keep getting in my base? Oh no, back rocks are still there. I don't know why he sent all those Colossus up there to check that out, but he probably should be checking right about here or maybe about here for any proxy pylons. But as we can see, AcE has pulled back ahead in the supply count, which I would say is pretty good for him, obviously, because the more supply you have, the better off you are. Duh. And he does have one more Colossus, and Colossus production is, we do have two, where's the second? We got a second robo facility over here, so we have twice as much Colossus production for AcE, which is going to be good news for him. And this zealot's just going to be running up here, and oh my god, WhiteRa just shit his pants. What in the hell? How long has that been there? That's not good for him. Just probably should be warping in a couple of his guys here. And now he sees that proxy pylon. WhiteRa knows, okay, that expansion's probably been up for quite some time. I'm just going to have to back out, push forward here, because he will have quite an economic advantage by now. Taking a look at the unit count, as we can see, AcE does have 2 more Colossus than WhiteRa, which will give him very much a bigger army lead. But he's going to have to back all these units out until the Colossus come here just to melt away all these zealots, which is going to be what he needs just to kill all these zealots. These zealots just attacking the stalkers instead of the Colossus here. Just take a quick look at the army count. AcE is very much ahead, keeping the Colossus production up. He does have many more Colossus on the way, but WhiteRa does have more auxiliary units such as the Stalkers and Immortals here. This Immortal is going to be doing a lot of damage, although AcE is melting away all the Colossus of WhiteRa. All of them are just about gone, although WhiteRa did pull a bit ahead. He has, he can kill this Colossus right now. These zealots is coming down here. This is a Colossus. Needs to finish right now. Is there another one up in the base over here? There is a Colossus right there, so WhiteRa does have the lead in not army size, because if we take a look, AcE has more probes, but he does have a lead in the army value. Oh no, this was before the patch came out, so I can't just go Control A and the army values come up. But this Colossus is going to be coming down here with this other Colossus coming over here right now. If he can get a little surround on all this crap, with all these zealots and these dogs coming in, AcE will be able to pull ahead of this, because his Colossus will just be melting all this way. Now he needs to just push forward. These stalkers will be doing a little bit of damage, but he can kill all these Colossus. He needs to just back out a tiny little bit, because these stalkers are just going to be doing a bit too much damage. No, these Colossus will be fine. Move that Colossus back in. It's going to be taking out this Colossus right here. That zealot taking out that stalker, and that could be, oh sorry, I didn't have the unit, the production tab open right there. Could be almost the end of this. AcE is going to be pushing forward with all these Colossus. That Colossus is going down, and that is the GG for WhiteRa. And that was a very good game. Not quite sure what all these probes are doing, but yeah, whatever. Getting so very good idea by AcE to be getting this ninja expansion up down in the bottom right location, so that AcE didn't think he had an expansion, and he was like, alright, well if he's running off one base, I won't need, I'll just run off one base. That's all I need to do. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the beginning of the game, but this was from the IEM, the Intel Extreme Masters. And yeah, just downloaded a couple of games here. I think this is a best of 3 series, and I'll be going on to cast the next game or 2 of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a couple of quick things to add. If anybody has any games they want to send me for me to cast, like any games you've played or any awesome games you've found, send them to me at crispy.starcraft@gmail.com, all lowercase. So yeah, crispy.starcraft@gmail.com, all lowercase. There were a couple of other things I had to say, but I forgot to write them down, so I forgot. So I'm gonna go cast the next game in this series. Yeah, I will see all you guys later.